In our previous lesson, we talked about state verbs, we talked about activity verbs, and this was part of here the rule or the three different rules. Maybe not rules, the three different ways we can use the present simple and the present continuous. So in our last lesson, we learned that you can use the present continuous in three different ways. One of them was to talk about something happening at the moment of speaking or at the moment of writing. But you can also use it in two other different ways. So you can use it to talk about something which is temporary, not happening around now. I mean, happening around now, but not right now, exactly now. So this is another way of using the present continuous. In addition to this, you can also use the present continuous to talk about something which is changing over a period of time. So,
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Hello, Sana.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Okay. So here we're just having a quick revision. We're talking about the different ways of using the present continuous and the present simple. We also agreed that with the present simple, you can use it either to talk about habits and routines, especially if you use it with an adverb of frequency, and you can use it to talk about things which are permanent, or maybe things which are kind of like a fact, really, a bit like a fact. Hello, hi. How are you, Ihab?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm all right, thanks. Alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
Sorry. I will be close this phone because I will see this lecture, but I cannot speak because I'm in coffee. So I apologize from that. Or I'm sorry about that.
No problem, no problem. You can feel free to stay and listen. If you need to
And
ask any questions, you can talk anytime you want.
Yes, and also noisy in the cafe. You know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No worries. Don't worry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. And with the present simple, you can also use it to describe states. So we did that. We also did this very nice exercise. And here we talked a little bit about things which are changing in our country using these topics. We talked about supermarkets, the cost of living. It's not written, but I think we talked about it. We also talked about prices. Now, the last part we want to cover here before moving to our next topic is this. So here I want you to make questions using you, but this time you have to decide what to use. Should you use the present continuous or the present simple? This, of course, depends on the verb, and it depends on what you want to, the meaning you want to convey. So in number one here, are you feeling hungry now? It's clear that you need to use present continuous, right? Because now. So if you want to talk about something now, you have to use present continuous.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
Hi.
Alaikum salam.
Hello,
How are
Hajar.
you today?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so here what we're doing in exercise 8 is we want to complete the gaps using the present simple or the present continuous. Of course, this depends on, I think most importantly, on the type or the kind of verb you're using, of course, and you might need to pay attention also to the time, so the time phrase. So in number one, which is already answered, you can clearly see that we used now. So if you use now, you can't use the present simple, of course. You need to use the present continuous. Okay, now number two. Sana, can you do number two?
Yes, okay. Do you usually eat a lot of street food?
Okay. Who thinks this answer is correct? Who agrees with Sana and who thinks maybe this is not right? What do you think?
I think because it's usually, that's why I choose present simple.
Okay. Do you think that's right, Malak? Do you agree? Do you think?
I think is right, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we use are
How can you use it?
or no. Are you usually eat? Oh, no. No, it is right. Do you? Yes, because when we use are, maybe it is eating, not.
Correct. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Now, number 3. Okay. Where's Hajar? Would you like to do number 3?
Okay. Do you cook for yourself every day?
Okay. Do you want to change something?
Are you cook?
Can we say, are you cook?
Me?
What do you think, Najat? Is it correct? Can we say, are you cook? Or
If we use are, use cooking.
yes. But can you use the infinitive with are like that? Are you cook?
No. Are you cook?
Can we do that?
Maybe intentions, I don't know. Maybe upper intermediate, something.
Actually, we can't. Because the verb to be doesn't work well with infinitives. So yeah, you can't use are you looking is a sorry, I mean are you cooking is fine, but are you cook
If I say no,
Every day.
you create another answer.
I'll create anything to confuse you.
Yes.
Okay, so Hajar, your first answer is correct actually.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is great. Do you cook? And you can clearly see that you need the present continuous here because we have every day, right? So
Yeah.
we're talking about some kind of habit.
It's a habit.
Yeah, or
Exactly,
some kind of
yeah.
routine. Okay, Malak, your turn, number 4.
Okay. Are you trying to eat more healthy these days?
Okay, let's write this. Are you trying? And oops, here we have are you. Okay, what do you think of this answer, everyone? Do you think this is correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's correct.
All right, okay. Number 5, Najat, what about this one?
Do you want to learn how to cook?
Mm,
بالأخير.
yeah, I think this one is kind of straightforward.
Because of one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you want to learn? Okay, Sana, next one.
Okay. Do you look for somewhere to live?
Look, the action verb.
What do you think, Sana?
I don't, because I prepare myself before I add, but I confused this sentence. I think I did like this. Do you look for somewhere to live? I don't know if, because there is no any something to present continuous. That's why I use it to present simple.
Okay, but the overall meaning, when you ask someone, let's think of both options, okay? When we say, do you look for somewhere to live? So if we're using this like some kind of habit or routine, it means the person you're talking to is homeless and
You mean he's still looking for somewhere to live? This meaning continue.
here the idea is because when you say looking for somewhere to live, for example, are you looking for somewhere to live? Here where maybe you're asking the question about someone who wants to move, or maybe someone who moved to another country or a new country, and this person is looking for a new place to live, right? So you will say, are you looking for somewhere to live? But if we use it with the present simple, it's a little strange. The question is a little strange. Do you get the idea? Do you look? So here you have to use
present continuous.
yes.
Maybe he already planned to live somewhere. Yes. This is you meant.
You mean if we use it with the do?
No, with the present continuous. Because
yeah, here this person, usually if you ask this person, this is someone who wants to move. Do you get the idea? This is someone who wants to move house, or maybe
he already decision he will be move. Yes.
Yes, the person has already decided.
Yes.
The person has already made the decision. You're right. Yes. This is the idea. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Number 7. I think it's Hajar's turn.
Yeah. Do you often read blogs?
Okay.
It can be how often do you read the blogs?
Yes.
Or not?
You can ask how often do you read blogs. It's another meaning really if you ask how often.
Yeah.
Because how often you want the number of times. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just I'm asking about the question form. Is correct or not?
It is. How often do you read? How often do you read is a correct form. Yes. But like I said, this is more focus on the habit itself. This one is also focusing on the habit. It's the same, but with how often, I think you want a specific answer. You want the number. This means you already know that the person, maybe not, but you just want the number. So if you're making a survey, or if you're making some kind of questionnaire, how often is a better question, because it will give you a specific number. That's why it's better. This one is more general. Do you often read blogs? Yes, I do. No, I don't. This is a yes/no question. How often is not a yes/no question. Okay, and Malak, what about number 8? What do you want to use here with number 8? Do you want to use the present continuous, Malak, or the present simple?
Are you watching?
Okay.
Any good TV series at the moment?
Yeah, we have at the moment, so I think we need. Are you watching? Okay, very nice. So these are some examples, when to use the present simple and when to use the continuous. Okay, so we can move on. Ask the student. Okay, so let's ask each other these questions. So Sana, you can ask these questions. You don't have to.
دكتور sorry, disconnection. ما سمعت شيء.
Yeah, you disconnected and now you're back.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. We're going to practice now these questions. So Sana is going to ask you these questions.
Are you looking for?
Yes.
خلاص اعتمدت.
Yes. Are you looking? So she's going to ask you these questions, maybe not all of them, but you can answer according to what you think is right. Okay, so go ahead, Sana. You can ask her some of these questions.
Okay.
Who's start, me or
No, Sana will ask you.
Okay. Just 1 minute. Maybe I have. Okay now. I will ask Najat, yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Do you usually eat a lot of street food?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
How often you eat outside?
How?
How often do you eat outside?
Uh, um, every day, daily.
Really?
Yes.
You don't like cook this?
Yeah, I cook dinner, not always.
Ah,
Not every day.
You mean your lunch always outside?
Yes.
Okay, because your job, that's why.
Job and شو اسمها هي؟ I'm waiting for my kindergarten. Yes, time.
Okay. Okay.
Do you go to kindergarten, Najat?
Yeah.
Yes. You mean you're waiting for your children?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Are you watching any good TV series at the moment?
Never ever. No. I hate watching TV.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I watching TV, but not series. Okay. Are you trying to eat more healthy these days?
Okay. Is it more healthy or is it more healthily?
More healthily.
What's the difference between more healthy and more healthily?
Maybe adverb like that. Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Here,
This is adverb.
here it's an
After the
adverb.
verb.
Yeah.
I try, but I can't.
Okay.
I want, really, I want.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. That's good. Okay. Now, Hajar is going to ask Malak some questions. You don't have to, of course, ask all of them, but you can choose some which you maybe think are more interesting than the others. So go ahead, Hajar. You can start. You can ask Malak and she will tell us.
Okay. Do you often read blogs
Yes.
or books or something?
Blogs, yeah.
Yes. I'm always reading blogs.
What kind of blogs do you read usually?
What can about health, healthy food.
So you like healthy food?
Yes.
Opposite of Najat.
No, no, I try, but
She likes it, but she can't.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Do you cook for yourself every day?
Yes, every day. I'm always cook food, healthy food and unhealthy food.
All kinds of food.
Everything I cook. Lunch, dinner, meat, couscous, rice. Everything I cooking.
What about Bazina?
No, I don't like cuisine.
Everything
Why?
except
It's healthy.
Bazina.
It's healthy food, I think.
Yes,
Yeah, that's healthy.
But this food is made some dishes for some of my family.
Okay.
ينقلوني تعرفيهم.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to add one last question, Hajar?
No, that's it.
Okay, that's good. All right, so now let's see. Malak, you can ask Sana this time a few questions, and she will tell you a little more about her eating habits.
Okay. Are you trying? No, not this question. Yes. Do you cook
Yes.
for yourself every day?
Yes, not every day, because I am single and I have my mother, she cook, but sometimes I cook, especially in the weekend.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Do you want to learn how to cook?
For me, I don't like cuisine, but sometimes okay. Some, especially nowadays in the Facebook, there is a group for the food and how you cook, and sometimes I follow some.
You need some recipes?
Some, yes, and I try to do.
And does it
Or
work
try
well?
to make.
And are you trying to eat more healthily these days?
Yes, I think from March, I try to I do like because I want to be fit. I'm not overweight, but I want to maintain my healthy and my body.
And do some exercises with healthy food?
Yes, because I told you, I try to maintain my
body.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, and now I think Najat, you can ask Hajar a few questions. Let's find out about her.
Okay. Are you feeling Hajar?
Well, I didn't listen.
Can you repeat the question?
Are you feeling? Question number one.
Yeah, I think your connection is a little not very good, Najat, but okay, now, so you asked her, are you feeling hungry now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I didn't feel hungry.
You didn't or you don't?
I don't.
Okay.
What do you eat before this?
I ate some cookies with a cup of tea.
You eat or you ate?
Ate.
Okay. What kind of cookies? It's like an investigation.
No. What do you have for lunch today?
We have I forget. Okay, beans.
Beans.
Beans sauce.
Yeah.
Did you eat them with bread or with rice?
With bread.
She means
and soup.
Soup? Why would you need soup with beans? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but my
that's,
mom.
That's what she made.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe beans with salad.
Yeah, I think salads
with
are
salad
okay.
and soup.
Yeah, the soup is a little strange, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, you can ask her another question, Najat. Let's see.
Number 8. Are you watching any good TV series at the moment?
No, because there is no TV series. Nowadays, the TV is being so bored, so I doesn't watch
Even
anything.
Turkish one.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I watch Netflix, but
What's the
that's all.
name of the series?
The last week I watched a series about what's his name?
About chess.
About chess.
The Queen's Gambit.
It was good. Yeah, Queen of Gambit. Yeah, it was good, but not really interested. Sometimes boring, but it's good.
All right. Okay.
Doctor,
yes.
I heard about a skeleton key. I think yes, you watched.
A movie?
Yes.
It's a little old.
Very.
I think
since
2004.
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's very scary.
Yeah, it's nice. I think I've seen it. I saw it a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago. It was nice, I think. Maybe I'll see it again.
We have to about the subconscious,
But it's good. You should watch as many movies as you can at this level.
No, not about the English. I saw لقطات شنو نقولوا هما
clips.
Some clips, yes. I changed my mind, but I have to watch it complete. Yeah.
So you never saw the whole film. You never saw it from start to end.
My coach recommend to watch it.
Okay, I think it's a good movie. It's a nice movie.
And the end?
I can't remember.
Or no?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea here with the present simple and the present continuous, how to use them. Yes?
I want to add something, not for this. I research about the series I can see to learn my English. I saw YouTube about 10 series, the top of 10 series you can see to learn English. The best one of the top is Morning Show. You see this series?
No. Is the series called Morning Show?
Yes.
No, I think by morning show maybe they mean any morning show, any morning talk show.
No. It's no.
It's the name of the series?
Yes, I think it's I will check the name, but I saw about this.
You mean the video that's recommending the top 10 series to learn English?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think it really makes a difference, to be honest. I mean, maybe some series, maybe the language is a little better. Maybe, I don't know. Because, but I don't think it makes a big difference. Unless, for example, the series is from another country or maybe from an area where the accent is a little too difficult. Maybe with, let's say, Ireland or maybe Scotland. Of course, in Scotland and Ireland, these are natives, right? But their accent is a little maybe hard for students like us, right? So maybe you need a more standard series. For example, Sherlock Holmes. You know the series Sherlock Holmes? I think it's on Netflix. Do you know the series?
No, because I don't see serious English series.
You have to.
That's why, yes, that's why I look for to see some series to learn English.
I think you can see anything, any series. You have to find something you like. This is the idea. You have to find something
that's why
you're interested in.
That's why I research about from YouTube to see what's the best for me. I saw the 10 of the series, and even there is include the Friends, I think.
Friends. Yeah, yes. Friends is good for learning because it's the English they use is kind of straightforward and it's very social English. This is very good. It's very good to learn. Yeah, Friends is a good recommendation. If you're more interested in drama, maybe Breaking Bad. Do you know Breaking Bad? It's another famous series called Breaking Bad. It's interesting and the English is kind of clear. This is another example. Other series. Sherlock Holmes. It's British, but the English is kind of clear. Sherlock Holmes. We try to look for the series. There's Westworld. I don't know if the language is a little more complicated here, but the series is very good. My advice is don't look for series for just because of the language. No, look for them. Look for the topic or the style that you're interested in. If you're interested in comedy, sitcom, Friends is good. If you're interested in science fiction, maybe Westworld is good. If you're interested in crime, Breaking Bad is good. So you have to choose your interest. After that, you need to download English subtitles. This is the most important bit of the story, okay? So English subtitles, because this means that even if the actors say a word which you don't know, when you see it, this is new vocabulary for you. You get the idea? So you're seeing them act, and then you're reading the words in English, not in Arabic.
You mean okay.
But you need someone to download this for you. So maybe if you have someone in your family who's good with computers, good with downloading series, maybe they can do this for you. It's not complicated, but it needs a little bit of search and.
You need this English subtitle. You need the app to install in my computer.
No, you don't need an app. You just need media player, just the normal software media player.
Okay.
And after that, you download the subtitle file. You go to Google. Just type, for example, let's say you want the subtitles of season 1 of Breaking Bad, for example, because Breaking Bad is, I think, 6 seasons. So you write in Google, you write season 1 like this, season 1, English subtitles, Breaking Bad. Okay, so you write it, and then you download it. There's a small file that's downloaded. It's a compressed file. ملف مضغوطي هو الوين zip, I think. You decompress it, and then you pick out the subtitle file, ملف صغير بكيلوبايتات, and you pull it. You just pull it with your mouse and put it on your media player like that. That's it. And the writing should appear. The English writing should appear. This way you can listen and read. This needs to be an everyday thing, especially at this level. I think it's critical that you listen to live English, authentic, genuine, everyday English. It's very, very important. Okay. So so choose a series you like. I think this is the most important thing, because if you choose something just for the language, maybe you won't like the series. Maybe Friends is a comedy, but you don't like comedy. Maybe you like drama, so you'll just be bored. Doesn't make sense. You have to choose something you like, and after that you'll be interested anyways. So this is my recommendation. but the top 10 recommendation you mentioned in the video, you can choose some of them. You can download some of them. You need lots of gigabytes on the internet, of course. I don't know if you have free internet, maybe. Do you have free internet?
No, because I use it by mobile phone, 4G, Madar.
No, with the Madar, it's impossible because you need lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of gigabytes if you want to download. Because every series, every season is about maybe 5-6 gigabytes, sometimes 7. It depends. هذا الموسم الواحد. It depends on the video quality of the. But if you want full HD 1080 لو بتنزلي full HD ديما كل موسم في العادة 7 ل 8 جيجا.
Ask. You can find someone who have it.
Yeah, copy them. If someone
especially
has them,
friends. There's a lot of people
who
have
save them. Yeah. بدل ما تنزلين يعني مرات تلقي حد من العائلة maybe if you have cousins or someone co-workers, because many people already have them. So
والله ما نعرفش أي واحد عنده يعني ما نعرفش. ممكن I will ask my colleague maybe.
Ask, maybe you find.
Yeah, but if you don't,
if you have,
you
okay,
download.
send me. If you have, send me, Hajar.
No, I'm watching online.
You can watch online too.
Okay.
You can
Maybe
watch online.
yes, online
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, and
Because
you can do
I
the
have
same.
a unlimited internet, so
Yeah.
I can watch anytime.
So you can do the same thing. You can watch online بدل التنزيل. You can just watch. And in the watching حتى هو دائما حتلقي خيار السبتايتلز حتى بالإنجليزي. You will always find subtitles. حتى في اليوتيوب if you press CC عادة حيطلعوا لك subtitles in English.
Okay, I will try.
Yeah. Okay, in this topic, we'll talk about sleepless nights. What do you think it means when we say sleepless nights?
Maybe that's nights without sleeping.
Yeah, that's it. So
Loss of sleep.
yeah, it means a night without sleeping. This is what it means. But first of all, let's take a look at these words here, some of this vocabulary, because we'll be using some of it later.
Yes.
So I'm just going to read it, and if there's anything new, we'll talk a little bit about it. So fall asleep, wake up, get back to sleep, be wide awake, be fast asleep, snore, have trouble sleeping, have insomnia, take a sleeping pill, have a dream, have a nightmare, to be a light sleeper or to be a heavy sleeper, and have a nap. Okay, so which of these words are new? This is my question.
Have insomnia.
Be wide awake.
Okay.
Yes, even me, be wide awake.
Any other words?
Awake is
It's
no.
like woke up, but what's the difference?
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But the rest of the words, are they clear? Anyone else has something that's not clear here? Just these two? Okay, it seems that only these.
Snore.
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 Okay. Any other words?
No.
No? Okay, so to be wide awake, it means to be awake. To be completely awake. When we say wide awake, it means completely awake. So this means usually you want to sleep, but maybe when you're wide awake, it means you can't go to sleep. Do you get the idea? It means completely asleep. For example, now.
احنا نقول مصحصح.
Yeah, مصحصح is okay. Like us now. Now we're all wide awake. Nobody's sleepy, I think.
Yes.
Maybe Najat is usually sleepy, but the rest of us are semi. Yeah, but this means you're not wide awake. So wide awake is like completely awake and active. This is the meaning.
Sometimes Put a mute and take a nap.
Yeah, I noticed that. So it's okay, no problem. And then we have the word snore. So snoring is the sound that some people make when they sleep.
Yes.
So maybe they have a problem with their neck. Maybe the pillow is
Nose,
old.
no.
Maybe the problem with their
Old age.
nose. Maybe they are old. Maybe the bed
The pillow is not suitable.
the pillow is not suitable. The pillow is not good.
Yes.
Maybe they're overweight. So there are many things that cause snoring.
Maybe ate a lot in the dinner.
Maybe, or maybe the
Maybe
person.
the problem in their necks.
Yeah, maybe there's a problem in their neck. Correct.
Yeah.
Maybe they're smokers. There are many reasons, for snoring. So this is snoring. It's the sound. Now, to have insomnia, this is the meaning of sleepless night. So if you can't sleep at night, this means you have insomnia. Yes. So insomnia is inability to sleep. It means you can't sleep. You want to, but you can't.
أرق يعني.
Yes, this is the meaning of insomnia.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are some of the words we'll use in today's article. So it's all about sleep. So these are just a few words, but let's go on here. It says here, choose 5 words or phrases from this box that are connected to you or people you know. For example, if I want to talk about myself or maybe some people I know. So for me, I don't really have any trouble sleeping. I'm usually fast asleep in maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. I usually have a lot of, I think most men are like this. Most men they're fast asleep very quickly, I think. And I have lots of dreams. I think my last dream that I remember is very interesting. I'll tell you about it. I was dreaming that I was in a gym, and then some very fit bodybuilder with lots of muscles, he offered to train me, and I was like, wow, that's great, okay. And I started training with him, and then there was another cute fit like a fitness model or something, and she said, okay, I'll train you. And I was like, cool, that's even better. So she started showing me how to train, and then I woke up, and then I tried to interpret the dream, and I think it's my body telling me, you need to do some exercise, you need to start working out, because my brain is convincing me. Here's the fit guy, he trained me, and then the fit girl, she also trained me. So this was the last dream I had. And actually it makes sense, because I haven't been working out for maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks. I stopped exercising. So I think my body is telling me, you need to get back to exercising. So I think this is
you put it in your brain. That's why you dream.
Yes, because I was thinking about exercising, and I was thinking that I need to exercise. So my brain made this interesting movie, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying, especially the last part, the fitness model. She was very pretty, but then my cat woke me up. So I was like, I still want to dream. So dreams, I think, are interesting. So you can use these words to talk about your sleep patterns or your sleep habits. I think also some people have nightmares. Some people need sleeping pills because they have trouble sleeping. So let's see some of your stories. You don't have to talk about yourself, even people you know, colleagues, maybe family members. And this is also interesting, this part, because most people are either light sleepers or heavy sleepers, right?
Yes.
Okay, Malak, tell us a little bit about sleep. Maybe about you or people you know.
Yes, okay. I'm a light sleeper. I'm a light sleeper, and I have a lot of dreams. And what about get? Yes, I'm get back to sleep. To practice sleep when I wake up, I can get back.
So it's easy for you to
Yes.
go back to sleep again.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm fast asleep. Yes.
And
I'm fast asleep. I have.
You're fast asleep very easily.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's good. That's a good thing, I think. Okay. What about you, Sana? Tell us a little bit about your story with sleep.
Okay. For me, I am a light sleeper, and I am not faster sleep, because I think it's difficult to sleep in the beginning. Yes.
But
that's why nowadays I leave. I am leaving have a nap.
But here I have a question for you, Sana. What's the difference between to fall asleep and to be asleep, to be fast asleep?
I think it's the same, I think, yeah.
No, I think fall asleep.
Fall asleep means
maybe
like
you sleep
me.
a long time.
Fall
But
asleep.
be fast asleep at the beginning of.
No, fall asleep, no time. على طول.
Actually,
no, I think.
Okay.
A lot.
So I think usually with fall asleep, this is the beginning, the first stage of going to sleep. First of all, of course, you have a shower, brush your teeth, whatever, and you go to bed. When you go to bed, you put your head on the pillow. So it usually takes a little bit of time to fall asleep. After you fall asleep, you are fast asleep now. So fast asleep in the middle of your sleep. So for example, if a cat is sleeping or has been sleeping for, let's say, 1 hour, I can say the cat is fast asleep because it's been sleeping for an hour. So it's in the middle of her sleep or his sleep or whatever. So this is the meaning of في زي يقول يعني في عز النوم. احنا بالليبيين نقول في عز نومه. Right? في عز النوم قاعد. So but fall asleep اللي هي المرحلة الأولى اللي هو what do we say؟ شو نقوله في كلمة؟ أخذها النوم, right? ما باش يجيني النوم مثلا. So I can't fall asleep or I can't go to sleep or I'm having trouble sleeping. This is the relationship here. Okay. So do you fall asleep easily or do you have trouble sleeping?
No, it's trouble sleeping. Difficult to sleep directly.
Okay.
Okay, and I have my grandmother was الله يرحمها was snore.
She used to snore.
Yes. It's terrible, I think, because when I sleep in her home, I can't sleep at all.
So in a way, it's kind of now you can sleep better, right?
الله يرحمها. She died now. But really, I can't sleep when she sleep with us, really.
Yeah, many
sometimes
old people
he
snore.
Sometimes he talked to you. Sometimes he fall asleep.
He
You don't know. He's woke up or sleep. Like just.
These people, they scared me.
You're saying that your grandmother sometimes falls asleep and she doesn't know it. She doesn't know that she's asleep.
Yes.
And she talks.
Start to snore.
Does she walk in her sleep? Does she sleepwalk?
No, woke up. No, sometimes woke up and talk at me. You cannot.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, just to talk with me. I don't know if she sleep or no. Sometimes you hear snore.
Snoring.
After that,
but she's awake.
She talked to me. I don't know when she sleep or no.
Does she sleep with her eyes open? Did she sleep with her eyes
No,
open?
no. It's closed. I think it's sleep. After that, she talked to me.
Yeah, she's talking while she sleep.
Yeah, many people talk while they sleep.
I have my cousin. Yeah.
I don't know. It's
yeah, I have my cousins.
Do they speak? Do they talk while sleeping?
Yeah. Yeah, you can ask them and they answer it. And they talk what they did in the day.
So it's like hypnosis. It's like hypnosis, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're in a hypnotic.
Sometimes I scared from him because they start talking while we are sleeping. So
yeah, this is interesting.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, because if you know any secrets, you will
and
you
can't tell him a secret. Yeah.
Yeah, because you will say it in his sleep. Next time
they tell everybody.
Yeah, the rest of the family will hear about it.
I think if he married, it's good because his wife, he know everything.
He will know everything. Yeah. His wife will be very happy.
Yes.
She will have nothing to worry about.
One of them, he married, and his wife, she interested about.
She's very happy about the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. What about let's anything else you want to add, Sana, about sleep?
No.
Najat, what about you? What can you tell us about sleep? Whether about you or anyone else you know.
About me, I fall asleep fast and wake up early.
Okay. Do you have any trouble sleeping?
No.
Would you consider yourself a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper?
A light
sleeper.
Yeah.
But for example, if you wake up in the middle of the night, is it easy for you to get back to sleep?
Yes, because I don't sleep during the day.
So you don't have a nap during the day?
Yes, during the lesson only.
Only during the lesson, but not during the day?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever taken sleeping pills?
No. Before, no. Maybe in the future.
Maybe. I think you need waking pills, not sleeping pills. I think you need the opposite.
Everything's possible.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Would you like to add anything else, Hajar, about sleep? You mentioned your cousins who talk in their sleep. Any other points you would like to tell us? Maybe about yourself or anyone else?
Okay. I'm heavy sleeper. And I have a dream last 2 days, I think. It was interesting. I dream it was horse, brown horse in our street. And it was amazing. And I ride it. And I woke up. But the horse, it was amazing. It's like an Arabic horse.
That's interesting. Did it feel nice, moving the horse along the street?
Yeah.
Did you ever ride a horse before?
Yeah.
Just once?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any horses? For example, in a farm or no?
No.
Okay. It's interesting. I think it's an interesting dream.
Yeah, it was. Because when I woke up, I feel happy.
That's
I
great.
don't know why, but I feel happy.
Yeah. I think dreams which have some kind of meaning usually they make us happy or sad, because maybe they touch something in us. Maybe we need to figure out what they mean, I think. What do you think it means for you? What do you think the dream means?
Yes, it's going something. It will happen something good for me. Maybe my husband come to me and
you will ride him away to the future.
Yeah. he will ride me to the Canada. I think so.
That's
I
good.
hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah. I hope it turns out a good omen. Omen? Do you know this word? Omen. Omen. A good omen, a bad omen. Omen زي فعل يعني. Good omen فعل خير.
Yeah.
Bad omen فعل شر. So they sometimes use this word, a good omen, or ishara, or something like this usually. That's interesting. I think it's an interesting dream.
I think it's the time of the dream. I think it's because it's before Fajr. I think it's will be happen, but it's after, because this is from Shaitan. I forget what called with English.
رؤيا.
Yeah. Shaitan, what
I
called
don't
in
know
English?
the time exactly.
Satan, devil.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe, who knows? Yeah, you could be right.
That's why when I dream after Fajr, I don't care about this dream.
But maybe the devil is trying to tell you something. So maybe it's good to...
Maybe he want to sleep because he don't want to pray Fajr.
Yeah, maybe because you're keeping him awake, when you're dreaming, and he wants to go to sleep too. And if he's there, playing the movie for you, he's annoyed. He wants to go to sleep too. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he gives you bad dreams, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so this is actually very interesting, the next part, because they're going to tell us about a few statistics regarding sleep, and some of the details are a bit surprising. But here, I think, first of all, they want us to guess, work in pairs, look at these sentences about sleep, and try to choose the correct words or numbers. After that, of course, we will listen to it on the track. And but this is weird. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, so we have to confirm it somewhere else. Yeah, exactly. All right. So here we want to guess. So let's start with the first one, number 1. So Malak, would you like to read number 1 for us, please? And also give us your guess.
Okay. Trends, tiredness causes more or less than half of all road accidents in the USA. Maybe more.
Okay. And number 2, Sana.
Okay. 10% or 3% of people in the UK have a problem getting to sleep or staying asleep.
Is it 10 or is it 30 in your opinion?
I think maybe 30.
Maybe 30.
Yes.
Okay. And number 3, what about this one, Najat?
Okay. Nowadays, people are sleeping 30 minutes less than they did 100 years ago.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay.
I will take number 4.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Teenagers need more sleep than adults.
You think they need more?
More, yes.
Okay. And Hajar, what about number 5?
Teenagers naturally woke up 3 hours later than adults.
Okay, do you think 2 hours later or 3 hours later than adults? What do you think?
I think 3 hours later.
Okay. And number 6 here, Sana, what do you think?
Okay, we use the same amount of energy when we are asleep compared to when we are resting. Maybe less, I think.
You think less?
Or the same.
Or the same?
Maybe the same.
Okay.
Maybe the same amount.
Okay, so you think we don't use less energy when we're asleep?
We will
it's only a guess. It's okay. Yeah, because we still don't know. We haven't heard the statistics yet. So let's hear them first. It's a TV interview with a sleep scientist, okay? So this means we're going to hear a TV interview with a sleep scientist, so an expert on sleep, and he or she will tell us all about this so we can check our answers. So let's find out. Track 13, CD1, track 13, let's find out. Okay, so here we are. Audio, here it is. Track 13. Okay, let me share the sound. Oh, come on. Okay, let's see if I can return the answers. Okay, let's quickly put back your answers. More, you said 30, 30, more, 3, the same. Okay, let's listen and let's check. Here we go.
Track 13.
How many people do you know who have trouble sleeping at night? For many of us, insomnia is part of life, and not being able to get to sleep isn't just annoying, it can also be very dangerous.
Yes, and with us today is sleep scientist Dr. Angela Moore. Welcome to the programme. Thank you. Dr. Moore, how much of a problem is this, do you think?
Well, we know tiredness can cause accidents. More than 50% of road accidents in the USA are because of people driving when they're tired.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And when you think 30% of people in the UK can have problems getting to sleep or staying asleep, and 10% have serious insomnia, that's a lot of accidents waiting to happen.
So, how much sleep do you think people are getting these days?
Well, 100 years ago, before electricity, people went to sleep when it got dark and woke up when it got light. But now in our 24-hour society, we sleep about an hour and a half less than we did a century ago.
Well, I've got 2 teenagers and no one can say they're sleeping less.
I'm sure a lot of parents would say that. Actually, scientists now believe teenagers need about an hour more sleep than adults.
Really?
Yes, it's because their bodies are still growing. Of course, teenagers don't need as much sleep as babies and small children. They need the most sleep. It's actually older people who generally need the least amount of sleep.
That's very interesting.
Yes, and another interesting thing about teenagers is their body clock is different. So they naturally want to go to bed and wake up about 2 hours later than adults.
So that's why our children aren't very bright in the morning.
And because they have to get up early for school, this means they can feel exhausted when they get there. Recently, a school in the north of England decided to start lessons at 10 rather than 9. With a later starting time, fewer students missed school, and the exam results in English and maths were much better than the previous year.
So, do you think all schools should start later?
Well, that's certainly what a lot of sleep experts think nowadays.
So, why do we need sleep?
We don't really know. Scientists used to think sleep was the only time you had complete rest. But in fact, we use about the same amount of energy when we're asleep as when we're sitting on the sofa relaxing.
Really? That's very surprising.
Yes, and our brains are very active for some of the time we're asleep. Apparently, that's when our brains can organise information they've collected during the day.
Well, it's been absolutely fascinating talking to you. Thank you for coming in today.
My pleasure.
Okay, what do you think of this interview?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's an interesting topic.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Lots of information too, right?
My point is
take more
incorrect.
information. Take
Yeah.
information about more information about another country. Maybe research or statistic like that.
Yeah, lots of statistics and research about sleep in the USA and the UK. And I think some of the answers, some of your guesses are actually correct, right?
Yes.
Can you show me which ones were
the
correct?
fifth one.
The first one is correct.
The first one is correct.
Yeah.
The second one, I think it's wrong. Maybe 10.
The second one.
10%.
No, it's 30%.
True.
Yeah.
Number 2.
It's correct.
Yeah, it's true actually.
Yeah.
What about number 3?
The third one, I think, it's incorrect.
What did she say? The sleep expert?
Because he said half an hour. Hour and half.
An hour and a half, right? Okay.
Yeah. So it's 90 minutes.
And number 4?
It's correct.
Yeah, it is. Number 5?
5, it's incorrect. It's 2.
2, yes.
So
Number 5,
not
2.
so not 3, it's 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 6?
I think it's correct.
Right, that's correct. All right, that's not bad, right? So we got 4 out of 6. I think that's very nice. Okay, that's great. Now we have another set of questions. I don't know if you can hear these questions, if you can answer them before we listen again, because we're going to listen again to confirm them. But I want to see if you can answer them without listening. So according to Dr. Moore, the sleep expert, how many British people have serious insomnia?
Maybe 30%.
Maybe 30%. I'm just going to write your guesses, okay?
Okay.
So Malak thinks 30%. Who agrees? Who disagrees? Who has another answer so we can write it? Any other answers? Najat, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's correct.
I think it's correct.
What Malak said.
30.
Maybe less than 10%.
Maybe less than 10%.
Yes.
Okay, let's write less than. And it was mentioned, by the way, here we're not guessing because this was mentioned in the listing that we just finished.
I don't concentrate.
Mm,
I don't work.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Number 2, how were sleeping habits different 100 years ago? What was different?
Before
because I
they
think
sleep while they become dark.
yes, because I think it's mentioned electricity or something like that.
Yeah.
But what did they mention about electricity?
Because
people, old people before 100 years ago, electrical mobile like that, or computer, or take time, and so sleep more than now, I think.
Okay, but the woman, the expert, she said something a bit specific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember what it is? I think Hajar and Sana, you kind of talked about it, but can you organize
About
it a
the
bit better?
darkness and
What about the
well,
darkness? What did she say about the darkness?
when get dark, the people go to sleep. When get light, wake up.
But what changed compared to more than 100 years ago? What's different compared to today? What's the difference, I mean, between today and 100 years ago?
To the electricity.
Okay, so let's write this point. Maybe it's right. So before electricity, so people went to sleep when it became dark. Maybe this is right. Let's see. Who needs the least amount of sleep?
Adult.
Who?
Adult.
Adults?
Adult, yeah.
But she said something a little specific. Don't know if you remember it.
Because I think the teenager needs more sleep.
Right.
Because they need a lot of energy. Something like that.
I think built her body or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did mention something like that. All right. What about number 4? What happened when a British school started lessons an hour later? So what happened?
I think lots of students not come to the school. I think. Yeah.
When they started an hour later?
I don't know.
Who can help Sanaya? Because she's kind of close. You're getting close to the answer.
Yeah.
What do you think, Malaka and Najat?
I think earlier.
Maybe it is the same amount of energy when they saw the same energy, the same amount.
We're not talking about number 5. We're talking about 4.
Yes, about number 4. What's happened?
You mean no difference between starting school at 9 and starting school at 10? No difference?
There is a difference.
What's the difference?
Maybe
they
maybe student will come in on time.
Maybe students will come on time.
Yeah.
Maybe can improve.
Maybe improve.
For students.
In which subjects did they improve?
But in
I think math. In the math.
In math?
The math?
Yeah.
Math, yeah.
And?
I don't know, but I remember
And maybe
she mentioned the math.
She mentioned maths. I think you're right.
Yes.
And something else. Okay, we'll find out. And
science, maybe?
Science, maybe. Let's write science and find out. Let's see, maybe you're right. What about number 5? what do our brains do when we're asleep?
You told that.
Yeah, can you repeat it, please, Malak?
The same amount of energy when we are asleep.
But I think this is when you talk about our whole bodies. Our whole bodies,
Yeah,
they use...
the brain.
The brains has the same amount of energy.
I think the energy part is about the body in general, how much energy our bodies use when we are asleep compared to how much energy our bodies use when we are just resting on the sofa. She mentioned it's the same energy. You're right about that. But with the brains, she mentions another thing, I think.
Still working, guys.
He's still working, yeah.
Still working?
Thinking.
Still thinking?
Yes. Subconscious, yes.
But
it never sleeps.
But do we feel pain when we're unconscious? This is a bit of a medical question, maybe, Najat.
Yes.
Sometimes you wake up and have a headache.
Yes.
Okay.
Because maybe you didn't sleep well.
Okay, but that's after you wake up. But do you think you can feel pain? Do you feel pain if you're unconscious? This is a bit different from sleep, by the way.
No.
No?
I don't know, really.
It depends on the level of consciousness or the level of unconsciousness. For example, if it's just anesthesia, you do feel pain actually, even if you're unconscious. Because if anesthesia isn't used with an analgesic, the heart rate increases dramatically if you start cutting, if the surgeons start without giving an analgesic, a painkiller. So you have to give a painkiller too, even though the patient is unconscious, completely unconscious, but the body still feels pain. So you have to give even a painkiller, even if the patient is with anesthesia, under anesthesia, which is kind of funny. It's a bit strange, but it's how the body works. Anyways, it's unrelated to our topic, but let's listen again. I want to see if your answers are close or correct. And after that, we can correct anything that maybe needs correcting. Okay, let's listen again. So pay attention. Here we go.
Track 13.
How many people do you know who have trouble sleeping at night? For many of us, insomnia is part of life, and not being able to get to sleep isn't just annoying, it can also be very dangerous.
Yes, and with us today is sleep scientist Dr. Angela Moore. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
Dr. Moore, how much of a problem is this, do you think?
Well, we know tiredness can cause accidents. More than 50% of road accidents in the USA are because of people driving when they're tired.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And when you think 30% of people in the UK can have problems getting to sleep or staying asleep, and 10% have serious insomnia, that's a lot of accidents waiting to happen.
So, how much sleep do you think people are getting these days?
Well, 100 years ago, before electricity, people went to sleep when it got dark and woke up when it got light. But now in our 24-hour society, we sleep about an hour and a half less than we did a century ago.
Well, I've got 2 teenagers and no one can say they're sleeping less.
I'm sure a lot of parents would say that. Actually, scientists now believe teenagers need about an hour more sleep than adults.
Really?
Yes, it's because their bodies are still growing. Of course, teenagers don't need as much sleep as babies and small children. They need the most sleep. It's actually older people who generally need the least amount of sleep.
That's very interesting.
Yes, and another interesting thing about teenagers is their body clock is different. So they naturally want to go to bed and wake up about 2 hours later than adults.
So that's why our children aren't very bright in the morning.
And because they have to get up early for school, this means they can feel exhausted when they get there. Recently, a school in the north of England decided to start lessons at 10 rather than 9. With a later starting time, fewer students missed school, and the exam results in English and maths were much better than the previous year.
So, do you think all schools should start later?
Well, that's certainly what a lot of sleep experts think nowadays.
So, why do we need sleep?
We don't really know. Scientists used to think sleep was the only time you had complete rest, but in fact we use about the same amount of energy when we're asleep as when we're sitting on the sofa relaxing.
Really? That's very surprising.
Yes, and our brains are very active for some of the time we're asleep. Apparently that's when our brains can organise information they've collected during the day.
Well, it's been absolutely fascinating talking to you. Thank you for coming in today.
My pleasure.
Okay. So what about number 1?
Maybe less than 10%.
Less than 10.
Did she say less?
No, 50%, I think.
50?
I hear it. Yes.
No, 10%.
No, not fair 50. It's 10%.
Yes. It's 10. So 10% is correct.
Without less than.
Without less.
Yes.
Just I guess.
Yeah, because here
Yeah,
if
but you're
you...
correct.
30 too much.
Yeah, because 30, this is how many people have trouble with sleep, general trouble, but not serious insomnia. Serious insomnia, it means you can't really sleep at all.
Yeah.
So it's actually 10%. And what about the second question? Is your answer correct?
It's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people before walking in the light and the sleep in the dark.
Yeah, so they woke up when it became light or bright, and they went to sleep when it became dark, when it was dark. Okay. And who needs the least amount of sleep?
Teenagers.
The least.
The least adults, yes.
Adults.
Yes.
But there was another thing she said, something a little more specific.
About maybe a baby, not
babies.
Do babies need more or less sleep?
More.
They need more. They need the most. They need the most sleep.
Most, yes.
So who needs the least sleep? If babies need the most, who needs the least?
Teenager.
But we already said that adults need less than teenagers. Who needs less than
the parents?
Adults?
Maybe the older. Old people.
The parents.
Correct, old people.
No, old like children.
No, actually, old people don't sleep a lot.
Don't sleep a lot,
Yeah.
They wake up very early.
Like pediatric.
Yeah, because they're going to sleep a lot very soon. So after a short while, they'll have lots of sleep. So there's no point sleeping a lot at the end, right? So it's, but she mentioned it. She said old people sleep the least or need the least amount of sleep. So adults is kind of right, but the more specific answer is old people.
I think it depends on the person itself.
I think old people don't sleep a lot. I remember my grandfather, before he passed away, before he died, he didn't sleep a lot, I think. He did take a nap after lunch, and he didn't stay up very late, but he woke up really early. After Fajr, he doesn't go back to sleep, and he stays awake until lunch. They don't sleep a lot.
Odd. He is odd.
Yeah, and they woke up a lot at night.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, they're light sleepers. Maybe. They're worried about the eternal sleep that's coming very soon. Do you know eternal? The meaning of eternal?
It is an exceptional.
And it's another type of sleep. Eternal. Okay, we're making fun of old people. Now, who needs? Okay, we answered this. What happens? So, what about question number 4?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, they improve in math and English, not
And
science.
English, exactly. So it was English, not science.
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of 50% answered it correctly, which is also good. So in math and science, sorry, English. Okay, and what about number 5?
Maybe active. Active.
Yes.
Organize.
That's it. It's
Active.
active. They're mostly active. Not all the areas, I think, but I think she mentioned some areas are active, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think and even mentioned organize information during the day.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the information you got during the day, this is when it's organized, when you sleep. All right, okay. So we finished the listening part now, and I think all of the answers are correct. So we can move on to weak forms. Okay, so we talked a little bit, I think, before about weak forms. And we mentioned, I don't know if it's in this level or maybe Najat al-Malak in pre-intermediate, but we always talk about this, the schwa. You know, we mentioned it a lot. It's a very, very common sound in English, and I think it's present in almost all the weak forms. Any weak form in English, you'll probably find this sound. So it says here, in sentences, we say many small words with a schwa sound. These are called weak forms. So this is what we want to focus on in this exercise. So here, I'm going to show you how this list of words sounds. Of course, because in an English classroom, most of us are used to the strong form, right? So if I ask you to read this, all of you, including myself, will say do, right? And the same thing here, you, at. This is how everybody reads these words. This normal way of reading is called, of course, the strong form. So when you read it completely, or you read it fully, or you read it normally, this is the strong form. But in reality, in most of the sentences and questions, most of the time, in English at least, especially for natives, they don't use this strong form. And we'll see how the difference between the strong form and the weak form. And another thing, if you pay attention here to the phonetic symbol, what do you see? Can you see it? What do you see here?
The schwa vowel.
Yeah, we have this schwa sound in all of them. In all the weak forms, we have this sound, this sound, the schwa sound, Okay, so I'm going to play this CD, this track. Let's listen and try to hear the difference between the strong form and the weak form. And if you feel the weak form is a little too strange, that's fine, because you will never hear the weak form alone. To get the idea. That's why it will sound a little strange when you hear it alone. But in the middle of the sentence, it feels okay, it feels nice and natural. So let's listen.
Do. D. You. Y. At. Ut. For. F. Of. And. N. To. T. Can.
Okay. So there is quite a difference, right? There's kind of big difference if you see it like this. The difference is not small, it's kind of big. And it sounds a little strange when you hear them on their own. I mean, it sounds a little odd. But now I'm going to let you hear them in this paragraph. And when you hear them in the paragraph, they sound normal, I think. So our job now in this exercise, we want to circle any weak forms. So if you find a weak form, just tell me and I'll circle it. But first, let me play this paragraph first. After that, we can circle the weak forms and talk a little about them. So let's do that now.
How many people do you know who have trouble sleeping at night? For many of us, insomnia is part of life, and not being able to get to sleep isn't just annoying, it can also be very dangerous.
To get to.
Which ones?
The third line. Get to.
Okay.
Able to get to, he said.
Okay. This one? You think this too?
No, the second one. The second one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
At night.
Where is it? Okay. Okay.
Many of us.
Of.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Part of life.
Okay.
And not.
Where is it?
The behind of life. After the comma.
I mean and, yeah, and not. There are still a few others, I think.
It can.
Okay, let's confirm this. Let's see if that's right. Let me take you to the script. And let's see if you're right about this. Here it is. Can you see it? The one, let me zoom in a little bit. And let me put it in a box. So this is our focus. Can you see it? So does this mean your answers, are they correct or not? Did you forget anything?
Yeah, to get to.
Yeah, so you forgot the first two. And you also forgot the 4, I think. So let's listen one last time to the beginning and notice how they don't say do you. Do you know? How many people do you know? Do you. And when you get to at, it's at, sleeping at night, not at night, at night. And it's not for, it's for many people, or for many of us, of, not of, part of life, and not and, to get to sleep, kun. Now let's listen one last time, and you can see how it goes.
Track 13.
How many people do you know who have trouble sleeping at night? For many of us, insomnia is part of life, and not being able to get to sleep isn't just annoying, it can also be very dangerous.
Now my question is, why even though these are weak, why is it easy to still understand the sentence or the paragraph? Do you have, I mean, is there any difficulty in hearing this paragraph, or do you think it's clear and easy to hear it, to listen to it? What do you think?
It's clear.
Okay, but why? Why is it clear? Even though we're not using strong forms, we're using weak forms. How is it clear?
Maybe because we normally hear that is that like that way from the TV or something.
All right. I think there's another reason. Who can tell me? Why is this still clear even though we're using weak forms?
I think it's the program.
Yes.
Why? What did you say, Najat and Malak? Because?
I think he talked very slowly.
He talked slowly? Do you think he spoke slowly?
No.
Yes, maybe.
It has to speak clear because it's a program.
Okay, but what about these words? What do you notice in all these words?
They stressed.
Yes.
Right? So the important words in the paragraph, all of them are stressed. Right? So he didn't say, how many people do you know? He didn't say it like this. He said, how many people do you know who have trouble sleeping at night? For many of us, insomnia is part of life, right? So he's emphasizing, he's saying all the words very clearly and stressing the words. Life, part, not being able. So it's
because Shua not stressed.
Yeah, the schwa is not stressed. Yeah, you're right. So all of these are not stressed. Get, sleep isn't just annoying, it can also be very dangerous. So he stressed all the other words. So this means even though they use the weak forms, it doesn't affect the meaning or it doesn't affect the clarity, right? Because all the other words are stressed. So we can easily get the meaning of the paragraph, even if we use weak forms. You get the ideas. So this means if you have to stress something, don't stress don't stress auxiliaries and words like this. Stress the main verbs, stress the adjectives, stress the adverbs. This is I think the point here. Okay, so we listened and we checked, and of course we also found the answer to this question. Are weak forms stressed? Of course they're not, right? Because all the pink words, the weak form words, they were not stressed, because the rule is if there's a schwa, the syllable cannot be stressed. Okay, so any syllable with schwa is never stressed. This is the idea. So look at the audio script. We did this. Listen to the interview again. We did this. Notice the weak forms and sentence stress. Which other words do we often hear as weak forms? Can you think of other words which we hear as weak forms? I think we missed a few others. There's another famous auxiliary we usually use, which is usually unstressed.
Have.
Correct. Have. Yeah. Have is usually in the weak form. So, for example, if we use a second conditional, or not even a second condition, how do you read this normally? Can you read this, Malak?
Yes. Of.
No, all of it.
Okay. Who have trouble sleeping?
Sorry, this one. Can you see this?
Yes, okay. Are weak forms stressed?
Malak, where are you? What are you reading?
Yes, I see where it is.
On the left.
Okay, I'm sorry. I would have done it.
Okay.
I would have done it.
Can anyone else read this? Sana, would you like to try?
You mean I'd have done it. Thinking.
Okay, let's use this other form. ممكن أحسن صح I.
الهف والهفتة. I forget it.
Yeah, have to.
هف والهفتة. هفتة.
Yeah, exactly. I have to. Exactly. Yeah. I have to take it. Okay, done. So exactly, the have is usually now. Let's. Okay, can you read this again, please, Sana?
Okay, I'd have done.
Answer it. Okay, Hajar, would you like to try it? Can you read this?
I'd have done it.
Najat?
I'd have done it.
Actually, it sounds closer to of. I'd have done it. I'd have done it. Oh, and even if we have it with words, I would have taken it with me if I knew. If I knew you'd. These are just conditional sentences. Be there. I would have taken it with me if I knew you'd be there. I would have taken it. Anyway, so this is the idea. So have is also usually in the weak form. I think this is the answer to the last part here. Okay, moving on. Let's check our next part here. We have reading, vocab, and we have speaking. So it says here, think of 5 things people can do to help them get to sleep. So Sana, you mentioned sometimes it's a little hard for you to fall asleep, right? What are some suggestions or some techniques maybe that you think can help, in your opinion?
For me, I don't like light. I like dark, and there is no noisy. And the room I sleep always dark, and there is no any television or any noisy.
So there's no noise, no light, no television.
Yes.
And you think this helps?
Sorry?
And you think this helps?
Yes, helps me to. For me,
it helps you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Najat? Anything else to add to this list? So a dark room, quiet.
No, but since June, I read Baqarah every day. It's after I read it, I fall asleep.
So reading before you go to sleep.
Yes.
Okay. So this is another technique.
When I listen to Quran,
agree with that.
I don't know why, but I know.
Is it any book or does it have to be something specific?
Listening.
Listening. Okay.
Yes.
And do you listen to anything or just Quran?
No, that's just Quran.
Okay. So maybe listening to something or listening to Quran, or also Hajar, you mentioned reading.
And when you're listening to listen,
you also feel asleep.
Yes, I don't know why.
Yeah, actually, this is normal for me too. I don't like lessons and courses and lectures. I don't know why you're taking a course with me. I would never take a course with someone else. It's very strange.
In morning, I have between 3 and 3.5 listening.
So you're already saturated with lessons. That's why.
Yes, I think.
This is one of the reasons I became a teacher, because I think being in a lecture is too boring. I can't do it. It's easier to teach than to sit and let someone else teach me. So I do the teaching. This way I don't get bored. I can bore other people. I don't get bored.
Aware all the time.
Sorry?
How can you keep aware all the time?
I don't know. I think because I have to.
I think you drink something. Or...
I do drink coffee, of course. Coffee is good. It helps. But I even if I don't have
drink, no.
An energetic drink, you think? No, I think the only problem is because I already took money from the students. So if I don't teach well, they'll want. It's a headache. Money is the good stimulus. Yeah. Because if the lesson is not good, they'll tell me, oh, I need our money back, and this is such a headache. So from the beginning, I'll just do the best I can. This way I can keep the money. So money helps, of course. Coffee and money. These things help. Yeah. So reading, I agree. Reading helps fall asleep. Listening to Quran, listening to something. Dark room, quiet room. What else, Malak?
Don't drink coffee or tea in the evening.
In the evening. No coffee, no tea in the evening. This is also, I think,
yes,
important.
and get up early. Try to get up early.
Okay, getting up early.
But I think if the people used to drink coffee or tea, and it's normal. Maybe
I agree with you.
Some people, yes.
But for you, Sana, it is no.
For me, coffee no, but I drink tea. It's okay for me, normal. I can drink in the evening and I can sleep.
I can sleep coffee and tea, but maybe you have a problem in your sleeping.
Yeah, because you were mentioning it's difficult for you to fall asleep. So maybe tea in the evening is not a good idea.
Yes.
Nowadays, I didn't drink tea. But before I drink, and it's okay because it's it's okay. And for me, it's from maybe born this. I don't sleep when I go direct in my bed. This is normal for me.
Maybe watch something and it'll sleep.
Yeah, this is. Do you think this helps if you watch something?
Maybe.
I don't know.
You watch something interesting. Maybe you will see you are sleeping without يعني بدون ما تحسي.
Yeah, you'll fall asleep without realizing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hear something like that before. When you need sleep, there's in YouTube sounds help you to fall asleep.
You mean ASMR?
ASMR? The best thing is
something like that. Yeah.
So you mean like natural sounds, like the ocean or water, things like that? You mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Also, some people say you can hear something. For example, English conversation or English book before you get sleep. So your brain start thinking about it, and it helps you to learn something new or some language.
Yeah, this might be true.
Maybe.
Like this lesson, right? So you should go to sleep after we finish.
During, yeah.
Yeah, so you can remember everything after that. Maybe that's true.
Yeah, I used to listen to TED Talk before I get sleep, so it's a good idea. Sometimes when you find that fantastic, interesting topic, you feel good when you wake up next day.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, if it helps, it's good. And actually, in this article, we're going to read some of the things that I think they will mention some of the things we talked about. But it says here, read the article, and we want to answer this question: why does Kevin have insomnia? And what has he tried to do to get a good night's sleep? So we're going to find and hear the story of someone who has insomnia, Kevin, and we'll find out what he's tried. So this is Kevin, and let's see his story. It's a nightmare. Okay, when he says it's a nightmare, does he mean he's having a nightmare? Is that what he means? What do you think he means when he says it's a nightmare? Who can guess?
Maybe he is sleep well.
Maybe he's sleeping well or not sleeping well.
Not sleeping well. I think.
Nightmare? No, not sleeping
No.
well.
Well,
It's
yeah.
caboose.
Yes.
Or this.
But do you think
A bad dream. A bad dream.
Yeah, but correct. This is the meaning of nightmare. But here he doesn't have a nightmare. He has insomnia.
Yes.
But why did he use this phrase, this expression? Why did he say it's a nightmare?
Maybe the nightman. Yeah.
Maybe the nightmare is the cause of insomnia.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that what you think?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe when
Afraid of.
afraid of night. He doesn't like night because he didn't sleep. So I know the people who doesn't sleep well at night. They become doesn't like the night. So it's a phobia. It's like a phobia.
So you think he has a phobia from the night?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, now let's read what he says about his situation. So it says here, it's a nightmare. Kevin Wells talks about how insomnia is making his life impossible. So, so you can start reading. When you get to the bottom, just tell me and I'll move, okay? So you can start.
Okay, doctor, I finished.
Okay. Let's move on a little bit.
I'm finished.
Hajar, Najat, have you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, even me.
All right. Excellent. Okay, so why does he have insomnia? Let's go back to the question. So the question said how much, no, this one. Yeah, what has he tried to do to get a good night's sleep? Before we answer this, why do you think he has insomnia? For me, I know the reason already.
Because his job, I think.
His job? Sana thinks his job. Malak, what do you think?
Has many.
Yes, about his job. I talked about that.
His job, okay. And Najat, what do you think?
Has many responsibilities.
Many responsibilities.
And reading and a lot of things.
What do you think, Haj?
Yeah, I think it has many things he think about his job and his next life.
Oh, okay. I think for me, I think all of this long story is just a cover up for this part. So from all of this, I think this is the only real reason. Everything else is just, it's a cover up. Yeah, that's the only reason. That's why he's having nightmares and the terrible nightmare he mentioned. This is of him being a married man. This is the terrible nightmare.
No.
Yeah, by the way, it's
no, teacher. No, doctor. I think it's his job. I think yes.
His job.
No, but I think it's true because I saw my brother before he getting married. He become.
He looked like a ghost.
I think.
Yeah. Also, now my husband, he feels that.
No, he mentioned here. I think when because it's getting worse in here because he thinking about getting married soon.
Yes.
Exactly. But I think the main problem it's his job.
But he likes it. It's a brilliant job, he said. So it can't be the job.
Yeah.
It has to be the wife. It has to be the wife. It's not the job. But okay, so we're maybe we can accept some differences here in this question. But let's go back to the regular question. So let's try to cover this part before we end our session. So why does Kevin have insomnia? So we have a little bit of disagreement here. But the second part, I think we can all agree on the things he tried, right? So what has he tried so far? What has he tried?
I think lots of things he tried.
Correct, like?
Yeah, listen CDs and do
He doesn't drink a coffee before 4 a.m.
This is the first
after
thing.
4 a.m.
Yeah, no more coffee.
And listen.
Relaxation CDs.
CDs, yes.
Hypnosis. Do you know what hypnosis is?
Hypnosis.
No.
Hypnosis is when, you know, when you go to a psychoanalyst and he puts you to sleep with a hypnosis. You know, like, for example, I'm trying to look for something I can use. Okay, I'll use this to hypnotize you. Just a second. So, for example, I can do it like this. Take more courses. Take more courses. Yes, this is hypnosis. So he tried this, and actually some psychologists and some psychiatrists, they recommend this. And for some people it works, for some people it seems that it doesn't. But he tried it, and it looks like it didn't work.
Yes.
So he tried this, he tried online supporting groups.
And bought a new bed.
A new bed. Okay, so he's tried a lot of things, right? He also talked about the gym. He said,
yes,
I started going to the gym.
To the gym, yeah.
He also has a healthy diet, because some experts will say a bad diet will make it worse, right? All right, so this is the story of Kevin. So we'll talk about this in more detail next time, and we'll try to cover some of the other questions, and then we'll do some vocab. This is a very important lesson, by the way. This vocab exercise, the one about gradable adjectives and strong adjectives. We'll talk a little bit about it. I'll tell you the difference, and we'll also do a few exercises and try to categorize these adjectives into gradable and strong, and to understand what's the difference between gradable and strong. And maybe we can also do this this kind of conversation lesson. So it's also interesting here. All right, so I'll see you next time. I think maybe, no, never mind. So we'll just meet again on Monday, okay?
Inshallah.
All right, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye, good night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.